ER Shredders. What's up, guys? Jesse James Jamnik here. I am so freaking excited to be with you guys tonight. I am fired up. I have a new light inside of me. My passion in life, I'm a holistic nutrition guy, and my passion in life after 20 years of trying to crack the code myself, trying everything under the sun. I mean, I've literally tried it all over the years as an athlete, as a nutrition guy, as someone who loves to understand the human body. I am so excited, not just because of the 11-day shred. I am so excited to talk to people and listen to your stories. You guys inspire me. You know, I do these crazy ultra marathons and I do these things and people always bring that up. But what people don't know is I get excited about other people feeling amazing. Like, that is what that is what fuels me, that is what pumps me up, because I understand over the 20 years how complicated it is. I understand that the media pushes bullshit around everywhere and everyone has an agenda and all everybody wants to do is sell somebody the next quick fix. And when I found Isogenics a little over 5.5 years ago, and I looked at the research and I looked at the products and I looked at the ingredients, I fell in love. And over time, just like everybody else, you know, we need things as humans to get fired up and get motivated. And over time, things start to get sluggish. And, you know, that happened to me too. And so I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. I'm always looking to get better. I'm always looking to fine tune the machine. Like I train my body to be a machine. And I share this with you guys not to be like, oh, whatever, but, you know, I've been around the block. I've seen a thing or two. I've tried to help hundreds of people with all sorts of diets and fads and things over the years. And let me just tell you from my heart, you have gold. You have gold in your hands, and I just need you to understand that. So, but anyways, as you jump on, please do me a favor. Say hi. I want to say hi back. Let me know where it is you're coming in from. And if you've already started the 11-day ER shred and you're on day 5, day 6, day 7, do me a favor, drop into the comments, slide on in there, and let me know what your results are. How many inches have you lost? How are you feeling? Are you feeling hungry? You know, let other people know. If people are new now or later on, what's up, Lenny? My man. Let people know what to expect. Let them know what they are getting involved with, because, man, this is gonna light you up. This is gonna light you up. What's up, Renee? This is gonna light you up, and this is gonna light other people up. And if people don't understand your energy and your fire, bye-bye, see you later. You know what I mean? And just keep going, because this is freaking awesome. So let's get started. Why, as you go through Nova Scotia, yes, hi, how are you, Melissa? As we go, I'm going to do my best to look at the comments. If you have questions, specific questions, as I go through, post them into the comments. I'm going to do the best that I possibly can, but I want to respect your time. I want to keep this simple. I want to make Lenny 7 inches so far, 7 inches. Do you understand? When you lose inches, that's visceral body fat. My friends, this is not a diet. This is not a diet, right? You are fueling your body at a cellular level. And as a nutrition guy, this jacks me up. As an athlete, this jacks me up because I train hard and I need the fuel to push me. Like, I'm in the middle of training for an ultra marathon right now, 5 weeks away, 50K, 7,000 feet of vert, up 7,000 feet down, and we're gonna smash that. We're gonna smash it in about 7 hours, right? I need fuel, I need stuff to pump me, right? So here's the deal. Mental clarity, absolutely. Why do we need the 11-day shred? Let me share some facts with you just to enlighten you on what the world is like today. 11 million people die from a bad diet every single year. 11 million people die from a bad diet every single year. More than 2 billion people in the world are overweight and sick from eating a processed, industrialized diet. Basically, the standard American diet. That's why it's labeled sad, because it's freaking sad what's going on. 59% of our farmland is used to grow commodity crops, corn, wheat, soy, all things that have been proven to affect the inside of the body in some way. Even if you don't have a gluten sensitivity, it still jacks with your small intestine, but that's another day for another dollar. And these foods are turned into ultra pasteurized, ultra processed foods. I call them food-like substances, to be sold to you to get you addicted, to keep you going, and that's just not good. In 10 years from now, listen to this, in 10 years from now, 83 million Americans will have 3 or more chronic diseases, compared to 30 million Americans in 2015. Like, we have the most advances in medical science in the hospital, and yet we're going up by chronic disease. Something's not right. Like, something's not right. It's the food, right? It's the food. It's how we're fueling. And today, 60% of Americans have 1 chronic disease, and 40% have 2 or more chronic diseases. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, things that don't allow the body to properly function the way that they're supposed to function. Because if you understood how the human body is supposed to function, and you've been, you've dedicated 20 years and thousands of hours to understanding this stuff and literally making yourself the human guinea pig, you will understand how amazing the human body is. Like, I'm 41, I feel jacked up. You should feel jacked up every single day. You should feel jacked up every single day. So let's dive into this. What the hell is going on, right? What is going on? So before I tell you the breakdown of the ER shred, we're gonna go over tonight the 3 components of the ER shred, how to understand all 3 of them, really simple. And we're gonna go over some stuff after, because a lot of people have had questions, and I get it. This is brand new, we're throwing it on you, we're excited, we're bringing the energy, you're like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, bam, right? Like, you gotta jump on the train and go, right? Again, as you come in, drop into the comments, let me know where it is you're coming in from. If you're watching it live, if you're watching it on replay, type #replay, so that way we just know what's good times for you guys too, so we can continue to help you going on in the future. But I want to ask you a question. I want you to imagine a very high-end sports car. I want you to imagine a Ferrari. I want you to imagine a Lamborghini. I want you to imagine a Maserati, a Porsche, right? What are these cars designed to do? These cars are designed to function and perform at peak, high optimal levels. That's what they're built for, right? Now, if you want that engine to perform at a peak, high optimal level, what kind of gas do you need to give that car? 91 octane, right? If you pulled up to the gas station and you gave it diesel, what is going to happen to that engine? What will happen to that high performance sports car? Obviously, if you haven't figured it out, the engines, you're gonna break the engine. Like, you're gonna destroy that $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 car. You're gonna crush it. If you don't change the oil in that high performance machine, even though it's the highest built, best quality, best material, strong metal, if you don't change the oil in a machine that needs an oil change, what is eventually going to happen over time? It's gonna break down, right? It's gonna break down and it's gonna crumble. And I need you to understand that every single one of you owns a Ferrari. Every single one of you owns a Lamborghini. Every single one of you owns a Porsche. And it's you. Look in the mirror. You are the high performance machine. The problem is that you are pulling up to the gas station and you're choosing the 87 octane. You're choosing the 87 over time. Now, the engine's gonna run, but then some of you are choosing diesel. And that's gonna happen a little bit faster, right? Lenny, you lost 2 motors, right? That's funny. That's what you're doing to your body. And you're not giving your body an oil change. Instead, you're waking up and some of you are pounding sugar and you're eating crap. You're not eating nutrition. And then you eat more crap and then you eat more crap. It's not like you're doing it once a day in a small portion. You're doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And here's the thing. unlike a high performance vehicle that's going to break down, maybe it will happen right away, maybe it will take some time, the body's going to take 10 times longer. You see, you are the most fascinating piece of machinery that's ever been created. You are the world's supercomputer. And if you understand, like, the body shouldn't really be sick. The body should function in a way that it can fight off disease, that it can, if it gets a virus, it can fight the virus. Like, you're not gonna have an issue. You're not gonna be knocked out. It's not gonna necessarily kill you, right? So you have to look at your body like that. And if you start to treat your body, maybe some of you own a Mercedes, maybe you own a Porsche, maybe you spent the extra money, maybe you worked hard and you rewarded yourself, maybe you have something that you bought, maybe it's a freaking lawnmower, I don't know, a driving lawnmower. I got excited about that when I had one in Maine, like I had my John Deere, right? Like, I took care of that thing. But you gotta take care of your body like you take care of that vehicle. Because if you don't change the oil and you don't fuel it with the highest octane, what are you expecting to happen? What are you honestly expecting to happen? You know, some of you have spent 8, 9, 10, 12 years if you've never done isogenics. Some of you have done isogenics and you've fallen off. Like, I totally get it, right? Like, it happens. It's life. But you might not be thinking of your body this way. You see, every day, like, I'm not saying I don't cheat. I'm not saying I don't have my treats. Like, of course I do. I'm human, just like everybody else. I'm normal. Like, trust me, I'm normal. Like, I enjoy certain things. Now, I've also spent years identifying foods that make me feel a little bit off and foods that just are like, hell to the no. You're not going, you're like the devil. Like, you're not coming in this body. Not anymore, because I don't want to feel like I curled up in a little ball, started sucking my thumb and like begging to like pass out and not feel the effects of this anymore. Like, you know, if you know what I'm talking about, certain foods that you eat that make you feel like that, come on, raise your hand, drop into the comments, because you know yourself more than anybody. You are your hero. You are the freaking hero. The 11-day shred's not the hero, it's the vehicle, okay? We're the support, we're the motivation, we're the ones that are gonna keep you going. We're gonna coach you, we're gonna kick you in the ass when you need a kick in the ass. Because that's what community is about. That's what people caring about each other succeeding is about. That's the beautiful thing. And we're gonna freaking cheer you on when you succeed, and we're gonna pick you back up when you fall, and we're gonna give you the push that you need. That's the beautiful thing about the whole thing. So I need you to understand that as you ask yourself the questions, because I've been getting all the questions, right? Like, oh my God, like, what about my vegetables? And oh my God, what about the carbohydrates? And oh my God, what about the, it's 11 days, people. It's 11 days. Like, pull back the freaking reins. It's 11 days. We're not asking for a lifetime. I want you to come alive by day 5, baby. Right, Lenny? I want you to come alive by day 5. And I'm going to explain to you why people that have chosen to not get in their own way with the thoughts, and some of these are herbalists, nutritionists, doctors, like holistic health coaches, like nothing that we've studied, nothing in my nutrition books has a path like this. But you know what? We got the path, and we got the freaking results. You can teach me all you want, a book. Show me the results. I've never had more people get so jacked up and so fired up and things start to happen inside their body that on this 11-day ER shred, like, I have trouble sleeping. I have trouble sleeping because everybody needs to know about this. So here's the 3 components of the ER shred. Here we go. Eliminate, reset, shred, right? 3 major components that makes this work. Component number 1, Isolean Pro. Why? When I first joined Isogenics, I looked at it from an athlete standpoint, from a nutrition standpoint, and I didn't need to lose weight, but I had stuff going on. I felt like a city bus hit me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day. I was drinking 6 to 7 cups of coffee a day. Shredded but hurting on the inside. People thought, wow, you're the epitome of health. I'm like, yeah, little do you know, I feel like shit. And I couldn't understand why. I was counting my macros, I was taking my proteins, I was doing my supplements, I was drinking my BCAAs, like all the stuff, not realizing that they were full of crap. And I fell into this thing because I didn't listen to, it was a trial and error, right? I've been through it, like it was a trial and error. So I just wanted something that told the truth. I wanted something that was backed by independent peer-reviewed science. I wanted something where the company didn't get first right of refusal. I found that in Isogenics, a magical system where it takes the guesswork out, because you don't have to worry about those kinds of things. The integrity of the ingredient sourcing is at the highest quality. You're getting undenatured whey, grass-fed whey protein. Undenatured meaning the very fragile fibers of the 20 peptides that make a protein and the branched chain amino acids. You are branched chain amino acids, your entire body. Your eyes, your lungs, your chest, your muscles, everything's amino acids. And if you look inside the body's always passing around the amino acids to the place that's needed. To have an abundance of amino acids pumping through your blood and they're being absorbed and they're being used, actually utilized, right? That's what I was looking for. Just the clean stuff that actually was supposed to do and complement my healthy diet like supplements are supposed to do, right? So that's what I got into it. The Isoline Pro Shake is literally, in my opinion, in my 20 years of being in the supplemental industry, fitness industry, health industry, it is the only one that I've seen that has the most perfect formulation of ingredients. Like the undenatured whey, the ratio of the whey to the carbohydrates, which by the way are low glycemic, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar, okay? So the ratio of that, the healthy fats, the micronutrients. We always forget about the micronutrients. Like these are so important on a cellular level. That's really what makes you feel good, right? Your macros are your proteins, your carbs, your fats, but your micronutrients, see, they get flushed daily by the body. And if you don't have them every day being put into your body, you're gonna start to be deficient in certain things. And when you're deficient in certain things, it starts off small, and then it leads in, and then it leads in. So when I found that, this is what you have in the Isoline Pro, the most perfectly formulated, balanced, nutritious, nutrient-dense meal. It's not about being part of the shake gang. Like people are like, you still drinking those shakes? I'm like, I don't know, look, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about the shake gang. What it's about is I can't get that nutrition. I can't go to Trader Joe's. I can't go to Whole Foods. I can't go to the superfood health store, get that nutrition in that amazing formulation because of science, put it into my body and actually have it be absorbed, because I don't have to chew the food and digest it and break it down. Like, you have no idea the process. So the Isoline Pro Shake is such a foundation to this program, because you're getting in the amazing macronutrients, you're getting in the undenatured whey protein, which again is not just about muscles. This is about your immune system. This is about your gut health. This is about you losing weight, because 20 to 30% of the calories in protein is used by the body for the digestion process, thermogenic energy. You use energy when you eat food. So if you eat protein, 20 to 30% of the calories in the protein that you eat is used just for digestion alone, compared to carbs, which is like 5 to 10, and fats, which is 3. So protein is so important. So having the highest quality protein in Isoline Pro, check. The healthy balance of carbohydrates that are low glycemic, check. You still need these things. Your body needs these things to function and to make you feel awesome, okay? Then you have all the minerals, the trace minerals, the magic that I've never seen is a company put in live active enzymes for absorption and digestion. Now, as it is, the Isoline Pro, you can mix it in a blender with cold ice, and you can absorb about 30 to 35% of that nutrition. That's freaking amazing, because it's all awesome. It's all awesome. Now, we've had thousands of results around the world of people who have transformed. But why not get more bang for your buck? thankfully, because of amazing scientists that, you know, Sean's friends with, and I know Lenny's friends with, and I'm aware of, and I'd love to chat with more, but, you know, guys like Peter Greenlaw and others, like, they figured out, I forgot that Dr. Mark, I forgot how to pronounce his last name, my apologies, but, you know, because of that, we have found that if you incubate the shake, you can take your utilization from 30% to 90%. What? Like, what? Utilization. So again, it's not just about muscle for athletes. It's about general everyday health. You see, I always tell people, I was like, if you want the look on the outside, if you want the abs and the muscles and all that, focus on feel good first, because when you feel good first every single day of your life, what's up, Adam? When you focus on feel good first every day of your life, the byproduct of that is look good. You see, that's the byproduct, but we've been sold that we gotta have the abs and we gotta have the this. Like, yeah, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but at the same time, that's not my focus. I just want to feel awesome every day. So understand that about the shakes, okay? Now, why does it work? What the hell is going on? It's a specific enzyme called protease. Now, why, some of you who have been on isogenics, I'm going to solve this question for you. Like, well, Jesse, I've always been taught to drink the shakes in 10 to 15 minutes. Scientists told me to drink the shakes in 10 to 15 minutes. I get it. I've been told that too. But here's the deal. Protease needs heat to be activated. Why do we want you to drink the shake in 10 to 15 minutes? Normally, that's why people are taught. Well, one, people are lazy for the most part, but you need to get it into your system. It can't sit in cold water. You need the protease to get in. You are 98.6 degrees on average. Your heat. You need that stuff inside your intestines. So we trick it. We take 70 to 100 degree water. Preferably, I like 90 to 100. I want to make sure it's hot enough for me. And you put 2 scoops in, and you blend it up for 30 to 45 seconds. And you really mix that up. Now, we are taking heat. Heat activates protease. So when you take the heat and you activate the protease, you are then setting the protease in motion to start the digestion process. Those of you that know the bubbles, come on, tell me about the bubbles. I look for the bubbles in my shake now, right? You can literally look in the shake and see the enzymes going to work. You see, what you don't realize is that protein is, again, 20 peptides. It's fibers, right? Your body will break that down into an even simpler form in the digestion process. Now, if you don't have to use the energy for the digestion process, and the digestion process is already taken care of for you, when you drink liquid and it goes through your esophagus and down to your stomach and through the acid because there's nothing to break up, and then it goes into your small intestine, this is the pathway it travels. Your small intestine is, its job is to suck up nutrients and put them into your body, circulate them through your blood, get them moving into all the different parts of your body that's needed, right? Your body's gonna dictate every bite you take. You just absorb them. You absorb them all the protein, all the vitamins, all the nutrients to 90%. You have like 0 freaking waste. Yes, Lenny, obsessed with the bubbles, right? Like I wish I had a bubble gun, right? Blow the bubble gun. So anyways, that's the Isolene Pro. That's why we heat them up. This is why. Now, do people say, does it work with the plant-based? No, there's no enzymes. Does it work with the regular Isolene? Yes, because it has the enzymes. However, I'd highly recommend you to use Isolene Pro. Why? Because the ratio of protein to carbohydrates, in my personal opinion over everything, mama, like 36 grams of undenatured whey protein, 20 something grams of carbs, I believe, and you know what I mean? Vitamins, minerals through the roof. Now, can you use the Isolene Pro? Yes. Stop making this difficult. Like, some of you just need to get out of your own way. Just freaking incubate the shake and put it in your body 2 times a day. So that's what this calls for. The second part of this is the elimination. Guys, I pay thousands of dollars to go through nutrition school. one of the things that I've been taught, I studied over 100 different dietary theories, been taught by all sorts of amazing, brilliant minds. I am super, super grateful and super fortunate to have learned from them. And I treated this shit like medical school. Like, it is so interesting to me, right? And one of the things that I learned about is when a client comes in and they are struggling. Now, I've seen healthy people that you would look at and you go, oh, man, they got it easy. They're healthy. Like, don't assume that they're healthy. Like, I've seen athletes, elite athletes, do what's called IgG testing, deep panel blood work, and they are jacked up from the ground up, and it is a mess. I'm like, how the hell are you performing at these levels? Like, you're like, everything's jacked up, right? So don't just assume that. One of the things that's the easiest thing is we were taught an elimination diet, right? Now, I hate the word diet, but I just want you to understand that this is taught in nutrition schools, okay? So this is nothing crazy. All this is here's the problem. You could be healthy, and some of you that I've talked to, you weren't unhealthy. You weren't like not feeling awful, but you kind of were feeling sluggish. You knew things were off. You had 5 pounds that you put on that you couldn't get rid of, 5 to 10 sticky pounds, and you're like, dude, like, what the hell? I eat healthy. Like, you know me, if I got paid 10 cents for every time I heard I eat healthy, like, I'd be I'd be a billionaire by now. Like, you don't eat as healthy as you think. I don't eat as healthy as I think, and I am super strict on this shit, okay? Like, this is my life, like training 6 days a week, hardcore running, like, this is my life. You don't eat as healthy as you think when you actually think about it. What you also don't understand is that certain healthy foods, I'm talking quinoa, brown rice, sweet potato, spinach, kale, raw vegetables, there are people's systems that cannot process that stuff. And if you're just eating all this healthy stuff, but yet you still don't feel your best, okay, where should we start? Where should we start? I don't even know what to tell you as a professional. Where should you start? This is why this is so beautiful. Because not only, see, I used to try to do this with just food with people, right? But now you have the amazing isolene shakes that are giving you everything you need to fuel at a cellular level. You eliminate all the culprits, the soy, the gluten, the dairy, the sugars, the natural sugars, all this stuff. Like, if I took you through a health food store and showed you how to break down a label and showed you what 90% of whole foods was, shit. Just because it's organic, processed, doesn't mean it's healthy. It's not fuel. You see, we might be more advanced now. We might have the fancy cars and the gas stations and the computers and the cars that drive themselves, but here's the thing. Our DNA from our ancestors hasn't changed at all. It's the same. It's the same now as it was back then. The only thing that's changed is marketing and billions of dollars telling you meat's no good, plants are no good, carbs are no good, you're too fat, you're too skinny, your lips are too big, your nose is too big, I don't like you, you're not this, it's fucking crazy, right? That's what's happened. That's what's happened. So when you eliminate all the culprits, now Jesse, why meat? Why meat? Red meat's been demonized. So was fasting until it became popular, right? Listen to me. I've never believed in that bullshit like I can't drink X amount of protein when I was bodybuilding, and now that I want to keep my lean muscle when I'm doing these crazy stupid runs that I do. I never believed that shit in the first place. I used it for myself. I never got liver problems. I never got sickness. I never got any of that, right? So when you look at something like meat, if you're consuming factory farm processed meat in large abundance, guys, the animal is what it eats. Like, if factory farm, they're not being fed food. They're being fed GMO freaking corn and soy. Like, the farmer's job is to fatten the animal because he gets paid on how heavy the animal is. So the process of feeding a cow grass and letting it roam is a little bit more work. But That's what an animal is supposed to do. Their stomach is made, it's got 4 chambers. It's made to process grass. It ferments inside there and it feeds the animal. It's not made to eat soy. You should see the disgustingness that I've had to watch of an intestine of a cow that's been factory farmed. Like, disgusting. Like, and then we eat that. We eat that shit. And then we're like, oh, meat's bad. Yeah, meat's bad if you do it that way. Do you understand the nutritional value in meat? Now, with all due respect, I respect if you're vegetarian. I respect if out of your belief, you don't believe in eating meat. Maybe you eat fish. Maybe you eat, we're not just talking about like going to kill a cow in the pasture and that's all you can have. We're talking steak, we're talking burgers, we're talking pork, we're talking chicken, we're talking bacon, we're talking eggs, fatty fishes, salmon. Like, that's what we're talking about. Why? Why? Because those foods don't typically irritate the already leaky gut. They don't typically irritate certain things like soy and gluten and all that stuff that triggers anti-inflammatories and free radicals. And gosh, I could go into all this crazy science, but I want to keep it straight so you understand it. If you understand it, please hit the freaking button and let me know that this is making sense to you. Because I want to make sure that you're getting the information so you can be as empowered as possible to crush your goals. Because I believe everybody deserves to feel amazing every single freaking day of their life. Thank you for the 2 hearts. Maybe we'll get more later. But there we go. But here's the thing, guys. So when you eliminate, okay, now again, we're doing it for 11 days. You're gonna have 7 meals because you're cleansing 4 of the days, which we're gonna get into the amazing benefits of that, right? So you're eliminating. Like, stop being so freaking American, please, for 1 second. And what I mean by that is spoiled. We're spoiled. I'm American. I can say this. We're spoiled. We're spoiled freaking rotten. And you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. Why are you hurting your temple? Why are you hurting your Lamborghini, your Porsche, your Ferrari, your Bentley, your dream home? Why would you destroy it? You're destroying it because you're choosing foods that aren't fueling you. So this is why. This is why this is working. Why are people coming alive on day 5? Well, you decided to stop putting diesel in a freaking engine that needs 91. You loved it. You washed it. You waxed it. You sprayed the tires to make them shiny. Do you understand? You are the miracle. You are the miracle. Given a fighting chance, your body will heal itself. We are given it a fighting chance by choosing to fuel the body with the highest octane. Now we got rocket fuel. Now we got rocket fuel. The body turns on, the cells come to life, they start to function, your systems, your hormone levels are back in balance again. All of a sudden, pain that was there is not there anymore because your body's not being attacked by inflammation, right? This is not magical 11-day shred, this is your body. We just have food. You see, that's the beautiful thing. We're just giving the body food. How fucking awesome is that? Like, you're just giving your body food and you get to eat like a king, like Lenny says. I mean, come on. Filet mignon, roast, freaking bacon, eggs, grass-fed eggs. Like, come on. I like vegetables too. We are not demonizing vegetables. We are not demonizing carbohydrates. You need to get that shit out of your mind. Like, that's not what we're saying. We haven't lost our mind. This is science. This is proof. And if you don't believe it, go watch the call where 62 people, like 20 of them, gave testimonials. Look around the internet. All I see today is come alive on day 5. ershred.com, baby. Like, it's a movement. I text Sean, I was so excited, I almost fell off the ladder doing wallpaper today. I was like, bro, it's crazy, right? People are coming alive. But it's why the Isoline Pro, the elimination, the putting in the right fuel, right? And now the reset. Guys, listen, I was super scared of intermittent fasting. I actually hate the word cleanse, but I know we call it cleanse for life. Cleanse brings back bad memories for me. I don't mean to be TMI, but when last time I did one of those cleanses, I could not leave the bathroom. Like, I was scared I was gonna shit my pants. Like, it was so bad. So like when I got first introduced to this, I was like, oh hell no, been there, done that. Like, you ain't getting me on that stuff again. And I just had to unlearn what I learned. I had to humble myself to look at the science. I had to understand that this is intermittent fasting. This is not a new topic. This has been around for hundreds of centuries. This is biblical. This is religion. This is part of people's religion. Fasting is not something new. The only thing that's new about fasting is the stupid, I don't want to say stupid, that's a bad word. Please allow me to take that back. The medical industry nation has finally acknowledged that fasting is one of the most beneficial ways to rid the body. Scientists used to believe that the sticky toxins, the pesticides, the heavy metals, they used to believe that once they were inside the body, because they get stored inside of the fat cells, which are really, really powerful cells that hold on to stuff, and they don't like to let stuff go, they used to think that once they were in, they were in. Not anymore. It's proof. It's scientific proof that's been peer-reviewed, published in journals of medicine. If you understand the power of that, you'll understand why, as a health guy and science geek, like I could do a backflip on my treadmill right now, but I don't want to hurt myself, right? Like, you would understand. Fasting is freaking amazing. And when you do the fast and you do the reset combined with the Isoline Pro and the meat and the grass-fed butters, and then you do the cleansing with the bone broth because it makes it tolerable, it's giving you just what you need to take the edge off, you start supporting your body. Let me share with you a couple things, what happens when you fast, and you'll understand why this is such an important process in the ER shred. At the 12-hour mark, your body starts to produce a chemical called serotonin, right? Serotonin's a chemical that basically our nerve cells produce. Cool? Yes, intermittent nutritional fasting. Serotonin sends a signal to our nerve cells, hence why it's a neurotransmitter, okay? So it also has tons of functions within our body. One of those functions is actually to help regulate appetite suppression. So you ever notice, like, okay, let me give you an example. You ever notice, like, before you were even introduced to this, maybe you had a day where you ate breakfast and, you know, the day got so busy and before you knew it, it was like 4 o'clock, but you weren't hungry anymore? Like it's really weird. Like at lunchtime, you were like starving. It was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, but I don't have time. I can't do it. And then whatever happened, you couldn't take a break. And a couple hours later, you weren't hungry anymore. That is the power of serotonin. So after you get past the initial 12-hour mark, your body starts to fight that and it goes at bay. So we use the collagen bone broth. We use the cleanse for life. You see, again, you're the magic. The cleanse for life is the support. The botanicals, the minerals that are in the cleanse for life, if you research them, my God, like crazy, right? That's support. You're giving your liver support. Now, people go to me all the time, well, Jesse, we have a liver. Its job is to clean the body. We don't need to cleanse. A lot of the times I get this from health professionals. And I say, well, I've been known to be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, actually. I'm maybe right only about 50% of the time. However, this is something I'm pretty passionate about. And I say, why then do we have so much non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? Why are people struggling? Why is the world overweight? Why do we have more heart disease than ever before? If the body cleanses itself and the liver is supposed to do the magic, what's going on? That's usually the response I get. Here's the deal. The liver is supposed to cleanse your body. That's what it's for. But the problem is that, think of the liver like this. You got 5 ways out, you got 1 way in. The problem is that because of all the crap food and the years of abuse, the liver can't push stuff out anymore and filter because it's got fatty deposits inside the liver. Sometimes so much so that people get diagnosed with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Once a disease only given to people who drank excessive amounts of alcohol are now given to people because of bad food choices. You didn't take care of your Lamborghini. And the engine's starting to fail. And that leads into other problems because the liver then releases poison basically, and that same junk that's supposed to be filtered is now being recirculated throughout your blood. So at the 12, so sorry, I kind of went off track, but that's part of fasting. This is why, so you're giving your liver the minerals and nutrients that it needs with the Cleanse for Life, okay? Also around the 12-hour mark, our bodies start to detox toxins. Why does it do that? Because we're starting to go into forms of ketosis. And what that means is fat adaptation, okay? So your body, normally you use carbohydrates and sugars to fuel your body, right? That's what fuels the body. Well, you're restricting the food for that day. You're taking away all of the energy. All calories are is energy. Calories are a form of energy. So you gotta understand this process, okay? So you're now taking away that energy. You are forcing your body to rely on itself. You are forcing your body to go tap into its stores. This is how our ancestors survived in the winter. See how amazing this is? Like you can literally trace this back to why our ancestors were so much healthier than we were, because they did this all the time. All the time. This is what I love to study. This is crazy, and I want to share it with you, right? So your body takes that and it goes inside. Now you have 3,500 calories in 1 pound of stored body fat. You're not going to die by not eating food. In fact, you could survive for 3 weeks without food. 4 maybe. Think about people that have been rescued after X amount of time. You just gotta find water. So you can go weeks without food. You can go 2 days without water, right? And so your body takes that energy. Now, what happens is this. At the 18-hour mark, okay? So your body starts to release the toxins, the pesticides, the heavy metals, the stuff that gets stuck. Why? Because it's using the fat in the fat cells. It's forcing the body to use the energy that's stored to function and maintain what's called homeostasis, the natural state of being, breathing, sleeping, walking, talking, living, typing, all that stuff, right? So it's using that. That's that process. Now, at the 18-hour mark, your body goes into full swing. Now, another amazing thing happens now at the 18-hour mark. Your body starts to produce other hormones. One of these hormones is HGH, human growth hormone. If you're an athlete, if you're a bodybuilder, if you're someone who's focused on building lean muscle, listen, because some people cheat and take shots illegally of this. You, my friend, at the 18-hour mark, start to produce this hormone in abundance. It's been shown I think it's a lot. I don't want to state a number because I don't know it for sure and I want to make sure I'm factual, but it's a lot. I mean, it's super, super high, okay? So this is amazing for not just muscle, hair, skin, nails, healthy glow, all kinds of stuff in the body, right? So that's the 18-hour mark. Now the real magic, the 24-hour mark. At the end of the first day of your cellular cleanse, your body starts to go into autophagy. What the hell is that? That is the eating of, that's the definition, the eating of your healthy cells, which by the way, you are made up of about 1 trillion of them, little circles, that's all you are, cells. The healthy cells start to eat the bad cells. You see, over time, your cells have proteins that fold inside of them, and it's like an 85-year-old on the highway, right? Like, think of an 85-year-old on the highway, and you know, like, I love them. I love my grandma. Well, I don't have my grandma anymore, but I loved her. But she shouldn't have been driving. Do you know what I mean? Like, they slow down traffic. They don't turn on their signal all the time. Like, it's just a little sluggish, right? That's what your cells are doing over time. So by fasting and going at the 24-hour mark onward, you're allowing your body to literally clean itself. It's like taking a sponge and like twisting it and just getting all the junk out of it. That's what you're allowing your body to do. All along, you're supporting your liver with all of the amazing stuff in the Cleanse for Life. Got me? Okay, so that's cleansing. So that's the 3 components. And I wanted to really make sure that I explained it for you so you really understood it. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments. So let's go into, people started asking, let's hammer a couple things, right? So what do I do, Jesse? What do I do after the 11 days? Depends where you're at. It depends what your goals are. Can I do the 11-day shred over and over and over again? Of course you can. It's just food. Can I start to eat vegetables and use other isogenics products? Yes. Like, yes. Sean did an amazing video. He kind of stole a little piece of this from me, and he didn't even know that I was doing it. So I love this guy. He's freaking amazing. But listen, we're not trying to tell you that you can't eat food. Like, but you just reset your body. You reset all your hormones. You got your body in a state to absorb everything you choose to eat. Are you gonna go back after feeling jacked up, after coming alive? Are you gonna go back to choosing the 87 all the time? So you clog your engine and feel like poo-poo again? I mean, if you choose to do that, okay, you know that you have the tools to come back to reset your body. But you want to start to introduce foods again. After the elimination diet with clients, we then food journal, and you want to start to know what's going to make you feel good and what's not going to make you feel good. And I'm fortunate because I've spent years doing this for myself, just doing it naturally, knowing the foods that I can eat, that my body responds to, that I use really well, that I process for energy for the ultras and stuff like that. Like, I know my body. You're getting to know your body. You now have a clean slate after 11 days. So I would personally suggest, you don't have to do this, but I would highly suggest to you, from if you were my client and you were paying me $2,000 for 4 months of health coaching, this is what I would tell you. This is what I would tell you. You're going to food journal, and don't mix things together. Don't have a quinoa bowl with broccoli and spinach and whatever. Not because it's not healthy. Please understand this point. Not because it's not healthy. Not because it's not healthy. Because you will not know the culprit. You see, you very well could have an adverse reaction to broccoli. Oh, you could have an adverse reaction to an apple. Oh, you could have an adverse reaction to kale. But the Plant Magazine told me it was the healthiest thing to eat. Not for you. Not for you. I'm gonna call my sister out real quick. I was talking to my sister, she's gonna do this. My dad's already lost 13 pounds. My dad is 67 years old and broke his calcaneus twice. Broke both his heels and has metal plates and 11 screws in one of them. And we run a wallpaper business together, and he's up and down the ladder all day, and he gained a little weight with COVID. And I said, Dad, you gotta do the 11-day shred. And boom, he's on it. 13 pounds. He doesn't exercise. He doesn't go to the gym. This is the power. This is the power of food, right? So anyways, We're not telling you not to eat food. We're not demonizing vegetables. I'm not telling you broccoli and kale and sweet potato and brown rice and quinoa is bad. I eat them. I eat them. Do you understand? I eat them. I use ant products. I drink beer. I do these things. I do these things. But I wanted to do this with you, and I feel jacked up because every now and then, the healthiest person needs a reset. Every now and then, we all need a break. Because I get too crazy sometimes, right? Like I like food, just like everybody else. I get too crazy. I get sold. Even though I've studied it for 20 years. So it's okay. Stop beating the shit out of yourself, for crying out loud. But yes, you can eat foods. We're not here to demonize food. Do you understand? We just want you to come alive. And to come alive, I got a mosquito. To come alive, you need the Isoline Pro. You need that meal. You need to eliminate so you can understand when you start to add back in. So add back in steak and broccoli, steak and Brussels sprouts, steak and whatever, fish and whatever, this and whatever. And if something doesn't agree, you'll know. You will know. You will know. I promise you, you'll know. Gas, bloat, ugh. You'll feel it. Don't eat it anymore. How amazing is that? You are now in power. You have stepped into your power. You are controlling your body. You are controlling how you feel. That is a gift. That is such a gift. Because if you have stuff happening over time, my friends, in the world of nutrition, listen to me, consistency trumps everything else. I don't care if you had a bad day. I don't care if you made a mistake. I don't care if you ate a piece of cheesecake. But if you do it morning and snack and noon and snack and this and snack and that's all you do, you deserve to not feel good. That's just tough love. Like, you deserve to not feel good. But you now have the power, and that is the power of the 11-day shred. It puts you back in the driver's seat. It shows you just how amazing you're supposed to feel, how you're designed, how the human body is built to feel like a freaking rocket ship. Like, you should feel like a rocket ship. Do you understand? So I hope this brought you value. I truly hope this brought you value. Let me just look real quick, because if you can't tell, I'm jacked up. Like, I am fired up. I am jacked up. The magic, okay, the magic is all of it working together. Do you understand that now? It's not like just the shake or just the cleanse or just the broth. Do you understand how it's a system? It all complements each other. It works in synergy, and it's easy. This is why, as a coach, I love this. Like, come on. I used to have to teach Jesse, how much brown rice should I eat? How many vegetables should I eat? How much coconut oil should I use? Like, this is why I have no hair. Do you see? Sean, I hate you because you have Goldilocks hair, and look at me. This is why I have no hair, because I teach nutrition. I teach nutrition, and it was so difficult. It was so difficult. This is so easy. You drink 2 shakes a day. You have an amazing, delicious meat meal, right? Or fish, or eggs, or whatever makes you happy, okay? You have that meal with as much butter, and then you eat as much of it. You eat as much of it as you want until you're full. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you, okay? And then you cleanse, you fast, you do all the magic that I just taught you, the 12-hour mark, the 18-hour mark, the 24-hour mark. Like, why would you not want that happening inside your body? Why would you not want to feel amazing, okay? And then you eliminate as part of that process. You put yourself back in power. You put yourself where it's at. That's the beauty of this. And then you tap into the community. We have almost 19,000 people in this group. Everybody's walking the same path. Everybody's going through the same things. It's not just going to be smooth sailing for some of you. There's going to be some bumps in the road. There's going to be some headaches and some. That's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta go through the bad to get to the good sometimes, right? You don't give up because now you know, now you're educated. Now you understand why you're choosing to do the 11-day shred and how beneficial it is. You're choosing to do it and lean on other people. Look at the results and use them for motivation. Create your own story. Don't you dare compare yourself to anybody else. Comparison is the thief of all joy. And my body is different than your body. I've been doing this for 20 freaking years. If you do it for 20 years, compare yourself to me if you want to. Don't you dare compare yourself to anybody else. You are robbing yourself of the joy, of the process, of the beauty of the journey. Because as the journey continues, you empower yourself. And when you empower yourself, you can make better educated decisions. And then better educated decisions compiled over time, consistency is key, compiled over time leads to the ultimate magic and the lifestyle that we are trying to impress upon you. Not the diet, not the shred, the lifestyle, the community, the people that just want to be better, do better, feel better, and help other people along the way. How awesome is that to be a part of? Like, come on, my whole life. That's why I did sports, be part of a team of people like that. Anyways, listen, I'm gonna go. I don't know how long I freaking talked for. I'm sorry if I went over. I'm fired up. I hope it brought you value. If you have questions, I promise you, I commit to you that I will go through the comments. Ask a question. Send me a private message if it's personal. Allow me to serve you. I am here to serve you and help you and give you my 20 years of experience, trial and error, so you can feel amazing. Because I believe in my heart that every single person deserves to feel amazing every single day, and you should. You should. On day 5, we come alive. Have an awesome night.